Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Nicole Russo. Welcome to Spa Babies for Whitney Saturday. And we kick off a 50-cent pick four with race number 2. This is a stacked Saratoga maiden. Let's take a look at this field. We're going 3/4 of a mile for the 2-year-old colts. You've got pedigrees, you've got connections, you've got big auction prices. It's what Saratoga is all about. Todd Pletcher has 2 in here, including the morning line favorite, BU from the rail.
Yeah, and both of Todd Pletcher's horses were, decent priced auction buys by some of the nation's leading sires. You see a number of the nation's leading sires represented in here. Some beautiful pedigrees, as you said, some pricey auction buys, including horses who were sold right up the road at the Phasing-Tipton sale grounds a year ago, almost to the week. So just a really fun race, I think, to take apart for Whitney Saturday.
10 in the body of the race. The 11 Just Steel is entered, also eligible. If Just Steel gets into the body of this race, he's a main contender. He's already raced once at Saratoga for Mr. Lucas and was second to the highly touted Pirate. Keep an eye on Just Steel if he gets into the body of the race. But let's start things off with the rail horse and our morning line favorite. That's BU. This is a son of Curlin. He's a full brother to American West, a debut winner that was a juvenile stakes place dirt miler. He sold for $320,000, and the dam's just a half to Constitution.
It's a really lovely female family with Constitution and a couple of other stakes horses appearing in the immediate pedigree there. I would look at this horse and say, wow, this is a 2-turn pedigree. I'd like to see what he does in the future. But that being said, he looks like he's primed for his debut for Rapoli Stable. Looks like he's been working some bullets locally.
I agree. I love this pedigree, and I love the bullets out of the gate. He's going to have to break from the inside post, but he has the meets leading rider, Arad Ortiz. The 2 is Hamilton's Way. This is a son of Constitution, and he sold for $250,000 as a yearling. Look at Constitution's numbers. 19% winners with 2-year-old first-time starters. The dam was a graded stakes winner on the all-weather. I wonder if maybe this colt's going to want a little bit more ground down the road.
I think that would be a fair assessment. I think he's going to have a nice foundation when he does do it, between the nice long work tab you're seeing here and getting out and getting his feet wet on Saturday. That said, a lot is expected from Constitution's 2-year-olds this year. This is the crop that was conceived after his stellar freshman season when he came out of the gate strong with his 2019 2-year-olds. And now a lot expected from this crop where, people went to him and supported him as a result of that early success.
And we have a formulator fact for Hamilton's Way's trainer, Ray Handel. Past 42 months, 2-year-old, first-time starters, maiden special weight, dirt sprint, Saratoga, good numbers. 27% winners, a $2.31 return on investment. The number 3 is Pentathlon. Always nice to see a Phipps homebred trained by Shug McGahee at the Spa. This colt is by Speightstown. The dam was a graded stakes winner, and this is just that wonderful My Flag family.
Yeah, it's that wonderful family. My Flag, winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies herself, produced 2-year-old champion Storm Flag Flying. Of course, one more generation back, the dam of My Flag is that wonderful unbeaten champion and Blue Hen Personal Ensign. I might like this one going a little bit more ground, but that being said, champion sprinter Speightstown on top of the page sure sharpens things up a little bit.
Up next is another 2-year-old trained by Todd Pletcher. The 4 Locked will be ridden by Jose Ortiz, a $425,000 yearling by the fabulous young sire Gun Runner, who clicks at 20% with his juvenile debut runners. The dam's a half-sister to the multiple Grade 1 stakes winner Gabby's Golden Gal. And this colt, again, strong pedigree, strong connections, and maybe gets a little bit lost in the shuffle with lots of folks looking at Irad on the rail with the other Pletcher.
That's exactly what I thought looking at these 2 Todd Pletcher stable mates. The other colt's work tab is a bit flashier, and Lost might give you a little bit of value here with, nothing wrong with him on paper. As you said, Gun Runner, such an outstanding young sire, of course, had a 2-year-old champion in his very first crop, and a lot of speed and, kind of middle distance speed on the bottom of this family as well. Really just a beautiful blend in this pedigree, I think.
The 5 is Domestic Product, Flevian Pratt aboard for Chad Brown. This is a son of Practical Joke, 19% winners with juvenile debut runners. The dam's a half-sister to a stakes-winning turf sprinter. The second dam was fast. She won her debut. I think this colt's got a nice mixture of speed and stamina in his pedigree, and another one might offer a little bit of value for high-percentage connections.
Absolutely. And you want to talk about horses being underrated or getting lost in the shuffle. Practical Joke, a multiple grade 1 winner himself, off to a very good start in his stud career. That 19% 2-year-old debut starter number is outstanding. The only reason he's a bit overlooked is because he came along in the same sire class as Gun Runner and as Arrogate, and he's been a little bit, kind of overlooked in the headlines, but he's a very, very good young sire, especially in this arena.
Number 6 is Sense. This is a Florida bred by Adios Charlie. The dam won 5 dirt sprints, get a little bit of weight off with a very quality apprentice rider named. Sense, though, has some slow breezes. This is one I'm going to take a wait-and-see approach with.
I think so. I think this one might be here to get some good experience, has landed in kind of a salty spot, and take a wait and see approach and look for this one to maybe improve off that experience. That being said, Adios Charlie, kind of a workmanlike sire and a lot of speed on both sides of the page.
The number 7 is Ozone, a second-time starter trained by Steve Asmussen and a half-brother to a stakes-winning dirt router named Jeweled Princess. This colt is by first-crop sire Mitoli with some speed on the bottom of the pedigree as well. They threw a lot at him in his debut. Sloppy track, didn't break well, rushed up, figured to gain a lot of experience.
Absolutely. Steve Asmussen's runners often tend to improve their second time out anyway. And this one, really took a lot in that debut, as you said. Mitoli, who was trained by Asmussen, won the Metropolitan Handicap, won the Breeders' Cup Sprint, champion sprinter, was expected to put speed in his 2-year-olds, and he's doing that so far as the nation's leading freshman sire by earnings entering this weekend.
Ricardo Santana Jr. has the mount. The 8 is Badlands Ruler. This is a gelding by Sky Mesa, who wins 15% with juvenile debut runners. Dam won 5 routes. The second dam was hearty as well, won 6 races. A few quick breezes here, but another one facing a tough field, might want to watch one.
Absolutely. I think that's a nice way to put it, because you look at this horse on paper and you're kind of like, wow, what a nice, solid looking work tab, nice, solid looking pedigree. Sky Mesa is just a racehorse sire, but a Saturday at Saratoga, you always expect to get a salty spot, and that's what Badlands Ruler has found here.
The number 9, Creek, is a Claiborne farm homebred by Ghost Zapper, 11% winners with juvenile debut runners. What a strong family, albeit perhaps geared towards distance. The family of Point of Entry, a champion on turf, Pine Island, a sensational Distaffer. Maybe this Bill Mott trainee will want a little bit more ground, but some interesting workouts, a couple of 5-furlong breezes heading into the race.
Yeah, some interesting workouts for Bill Mott, who in recent years has really connected with these 2-year-old debut starters at Saratoga, kind of turning over what the historical trend for this barn was. I would like to see Creek with some more ground, but I think could give a good accounting of himself here, perhaps running on and picking up some pieces. As you said, just a beautiful female family of Point of Entry, of Pine Island, both multiple grade 1 winners, and further back in the pedigree, you see champions Sky Beauty, Deja, such a good family that continues to produce wonderful horses.
And the final horse in the body of the field is the number 10, Mas Bourbon, a horse that is a second-time starter for trainer Ian Wilkes. And that's kind of a nice angle because Wilkes likes to take his time. His first-time starters often don't fire their best shots. This is a $75,000 yearling by Macho Uno and a half to a juvenile stakes-winning dirt sprinter. There's some speed in this pedigree, and he's going to get blinkers after getting a good learning experience at Ellis Park.
Absolutely. And I think the blinkers should bring out some of that speed that you see in that female family there, the family of Bobby Abu Dhabi and some other nice speedy horses. And as you said, the Ian Wilkes barn usually improves them second and third time out.
And Just Steel, number 11, is the also eligible. And if he gets into the body of the race, he deserves strong consideration based on his recent runner-up effort behind Pirate. We look at our top picks. You're going to go with Locked for Todd Pletcher. Strong pedigree, obviously strong connections. Love those gun runners first time out.
Love those gun runners and love the blend in this pedigree of speed. of stamina. I think in a race like this with such a deep field, of course you have to be fast going one turn as a 2-year-old at Saratoga, but I think you also need those reserves in your pedigree to call upon when the real running goes on down the lane. Love the blend in this pedigree. I think you might get some value in this one with people looking to the other Pletcher horse on the rail. I do like your top pick, Dan Creek, to run on and perhaps get a piece of it or more. And as you said a couple of times, I am glad you mentioned Just Steel, because if he draws in, I would certainly use him off that strong effort behind Pirate.
Agreed. I'm going to use a lot of BU breaking from the inside post, hoping he's as quick as these workouts indicate. And as we talked about, Creek should offer a little bit of value. Maybe he wants a little bit more distance, but I'm just curious to see if he can kick on in the stretch. Nicole's going 4, 5, 1, and 9. I'm going 9, 1, 10, and 2. It's our Spa Baby Saturday race. Perhaps a future star or 3 on Whitney Saturday. Good luck.